Hey guys, the theme tonight is Delusion inside of the illusion. So let's sit down and notice the depths of space, because everything that is happening as a sensation in the awareness. You are God, you are awareness, and the beard, or maybe you have no beard, but the thoughts, the feelings, the choices, reality is a construct, therefore we call it an appearance or an illusion inside the awareness. And this is a non-dual premise, which also says nothing is therefore real, but we can jump to create conclusions from this premise that would be delusional. So let's talk about different perspectives in this reality and how we can gain discernment about what is true or false within the illusion. My name is Jovan. Thank you for watching Avatar Academy. If you like this kind of content that is magical, non-dual, spiritual, and very human at the same time, do subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Okay, so let's say we are entertaining an idea. Whatever the mind constructs in this little lingo storytelling device can be justified by proofs of validation. It does not necessarily mean that any story that we can tell ourselves or believe to be true about the world is true. That would be the case of false logic appearing as something that makes sense, that is justifiable. And as human beings within our current civilization, within the civilization, we do have a lot of things that are fake. So fake things, for example, when I go into the supermarket and there is a lot of fake products. There are products that claim all kind of things on the face value, on the packaging, and they simply have different ingredients, and sometimes it's just like completely off. Like what you read at the back of the package and what is in front of the package is like not even, it's like, are you kidding me? That's not even, how can you even say something, right? But then let's look at the face value of who we presume ourselves to be as persons, as personalities. We might have different ideas about ourselves, and we may even fall to believe that whatever we deem true or whatever we habitually repeat in the story of our psyche, we may presume that to be true. Now, is the psyche even real, or is it a construct, a sensation within the awareness? So here is paradox number one. You are faking it all the time. You are God disguised in a million gazillion human costumes, pretending to be everybody. Okay, so first of all, a big red flag. Are you even for real? Now, if you notice that your awareness and that you're playing a character, then great, because you're playing. Now, if you're playing, your heart is jolly. Now, if you're playing a character and your heart is jolly, you are aligned with the truth of this whole reality, which is, it's a play. Therefore, even though you are assuming the ego immersion and you are becoming fused with this first person experience, you have the feeling of joy and love, which is nice. Now, your feelings are actually detectors of whether you are playing something that is real within the context of illusion. So when you are being really your character, really playing inside of your character with love, accepting everything as a game, it will cause joyous sensation within your emotional being. Yes. And therefore, you can know that whatever you said, whatever you did, whatever you expressed is true. Not the absolute truth, because the absolute truth is abstract, it is infinity, it is pure being, it is not something that is expressed in this tiny super zoom of a first person immersion. Okay? So you need to have fun. When you're having fun, you're at least aligned with the absurdity of the paradox that you are and you are not at the same time, whoever you're pretending to be, and that makes everything just like a little bit silly and a little bit serious, but the paradox merges inside of the heart, and then you're like, alright, yoo-hoo, choo-choo-choo-choo, adventure time, right? So cartoons are kind of genuinely expressing the nature of God, that is you. Because cartoons do not, like, when you see illustration, when you see a cartoon, they kind of keep you a little bit separate from your brain and your nervous system taking it seriously. You can still feel emotion, you can still experience life, death, adventure, and everything, but still you will see that it is something of a cartoon. Now, what we do not see about this reality oftentimes is that this is a Play-Doh little meat suit, little avatar that is animated in the same way with emotional expressions. Okay, so the same way that cartoon characters, if you're watching like a Disney or Pixar or some other fairy tale, right? These little 3D animated characters, or it's Cinderella and it's still like the 20th century 2D cartoons, Mickey Mouse, all of these characters, they're animated with same expressions that you as a human being are animated. Yes? So there are cringe and terror expressions that are, called 72 demons. The feelings where you're like, contracting because something is appearing in the projection of your awareness as okay. And then there are 72 virtues or angels that are expressions of your emotional little cartoon character, like yeah. Right? So everything that is opening you up and everything that is shutting you down is an animation current or emotion that runs through this puppet. Okay, because when you die and no psyche, soul, and emotional currents are, then you're a puppet that is dead. But then the Pinocchio puppet becomes alive. And so now is moved by these flows of animation. King Solomon has known, I guess. King Solomon created the 72 seals of Solomon and the 72 lower key seals of Solomon or something like that. And they are some kind of like mystical sigils that you can apply to like control the forces of reality and create magic. Because on my channel I'm talking about magic, I'm gonna take a little detour in this video and I'm gonna explain how the Kings of Solomon work. Basically, to be awakened in the game of life, you have to detach your awareness from 72 angels and 72 demons, or completely detach your awareness from the first person immersion. Now, to do this, you need to experience the lowest of the low and the highest of the high. So the ultimate bliss emotions of expansion, orgasm, and just like, and also the embodiment of full destruction, rage, and whatnot, right? And then you have to also be unbothered. So when all of these animations are moving freely through your field of awareness and you're not identified, guess what? You're enlightened, you're transcendent. Then you can employ all of these forces together to create reality with your words. Because whatever you speak becomes the script that then animates your little avatar and animates the reality to do whatever you want to employ reality to do, because now your God awareness that is actually coding. Okay, and you're also working your manifestation not from a conditioned ego sense of self that is reactive to pain and pleasure, but it's completely non-reactive. So that's you in the 0 point, beyond here, beyond your little first person head immersion, where you're nothing but consciousness projecting its field of awareness into the game immersion. Okay, so that's kind of easy when I explain it in a modern day language, people, because how people interpreted the seals of Solomon and all these angels and demons and like, oh my god, it's all like mystified and just, you know, just complicated and mysterious, and like the lingo, the discourse is like from another age, like nobody knows what they were talking about. Well, somebody found out what they were talking about because somebody linked the 72 keys of Solomon, which go, you know, they're like, you can inverse the card in tarot, right? So they go up and down, 72, 72, 72, 72. The higher spectrum of emotions, virtues, angels, yes. The lower spectrum of... Yes, yes. Okay, so somebody connected this to emojis, and they found out there are 72 emojis, or 144 emojis. I'm not sure, but I saw it mentioned on the World Wide Web. So emojis, right? The little sick emoji, the little ecstatic emoji, every single little emoji is what? An animation of your otherwise neutral and dead puppet. Hi. Hi. How are you? I'm good. Hi. See what I'm doing here? I am allowing the animation current to move through the puppet. Yes? This is now also freedom. Because what? You can also zoom out and transcend the matrix, Maya, illusion, game of life, simulation, whatever you want to call it. And you can become pure awareness in samadhi, which is like, I'm so zoned out. Now, when you are pure awareness and you're not manifesting from this little identification, then you are actually sourcing, which is the word that we use for sorcerers when they're sourcing something. So sourcing is creating something from God space or 0 point. If you want to practice this, I have a course in my link somewhere. It's called 0 Point Essentials, and you can experience yourself beyond time and space in the state of nirvana, and then you can practice maintaining that space, and the illusion will defragment itself, and your emotional beings will defragment itself, and then who the master of the game? Is it the evil me, or pretty me, or sick me, or freezing me because it's so cold outside, right? Who is the master? Well, consciousness is then the master, not the freezing me that is reactive to cold, not the lustful me that is reactive to butts. I like big butts and I can't not lie. Right? So then all of these emojis will not run the show. Yes, yes. But you can kind of like see what I'm doing here. I'm really doing like a method acting approach to all of the emojis. Alright? And so the heart will make it all feel joyful, I don't know. Conjoined, yes, jointful. Okay, and the heart will make it feel like it's a play, which it is. It's not really real. But then, if you are believing that something is real, and you start to battle the cold because you are freezing, and now you want to punish the cold, or you want to punish whoever created winter, and like, then you're getting lost within the illusion, and that's creating confusion, but it's creating additional narrative that is logical, but is removed from pleasure. And now you can get stuck in this looping, like trying to control reality, battle reality, manifest $1 million from your ego, or whatever you're doing, like, And you know, the ego is a sensation that appears in the construct. So the ego is not anything that can do anything about reality, but it can create false logic that seems to make sense, that can then capture your consciousness, and it will feel awful. But the more you perpetuate these delusional ideas, emotionally you will feel even more awful. So to learn to be spiritual is like to stop using your mind to intellectualize shit that don't work. Yeah, what works is playing from your heart. If you're analyzing too much, and it all seems knowledgeable, right? It all seems knowledgeable, but the story is just like, I'm this person trapped in this reality, and look what they're doing to us, and it's just like, oh, 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 oh. Then it's something that is just like a feedback loop of delusional information, and you can write books and encyclopedias, and you can find evidences to your delusional little informational biases, because, you know, reality generates confirmation for whatever you choose to believe. So if you believe you're enlightened, if you believe you're liberated, if you believe that you are enjoying, if you believe that you're in supreme peace right now, if you believe that you're outside time and space, then you will have that experience, and even your body and this reality can dissolve, and you can find out, played myself. I played myself. Okay, hope this offers a lot of magical insight to you, my dear co-player. Yes. And, well, I'm a fish. I'm a lamb. Was that a lamb? I don't know. Yes. There's practically nothing to add. This was such a perfect transmission. Like it if you dig it. Subscribe me on my channel. You subscribe on my channel. Subscribe you. Let's get magical together. Yeah? I'm offering meditation sessions, mentorships, and everything is pre-recorded and bundled into my 0 Point Essentials course. But not everything, because it's an infinite story to unfold. So, let's keep hanging out. Alright. Bye. Here's a heart for you.